Welcome to Clintelica and this presentation about our predictive CRM. My name is Andrej Postaka. A couple of years ago, I was running a market research company, and one of the frustrations we were having was the fact that we could not really take the benefit of the network of our colleagues. That was the starting point of creating Clintelica. The whole idea with Clintelica is how do we leverage the network of our colleagues. Know-how is as important as know-who, and finding warm leads based on the network of your colleagues is today in the competitive environment that we are living in more and more important. We know that everybody has connections, but few are aware of these connections and how they can help the colleague next door. The sales process. One of the problems that we can see in the sales process is the fact that there are not enough warm leads. The ineffectiveness of cold calling due to the lack of trust and of course the fact that it's very costly. And due to the fact that you call somebody who's not awaiting your call, who's not interested and who doesn't know who you are is a problem I'm sure most of you experience. If we look on a network of a company with 1,000 employees. Each person has on average 634 digital connections. So with a certain overlap, 1,000 people have a network of 500,000 contacts. And let's assume that each and every one has 10, 20, maybe 50 really good connections. That means in total a network of 10 to 50,000 warm leads. 10,000 to 50,000 potential warm introductions that are latent in your network right now, not used, not known. And that is exactly what we want to change. So where can doors be opened? If we look on the process that we have all the companies in a certain country. Let's take Sweden as an example. We have 1.5 million companies in Sweden in our records. Together with you, we segment the market and define which are the type of companies that you are looking for specifically. And matching these to your company's network, your colleagues' network, we generate warm leads. So, per se, nothing very complicated. Then, of course, comes the question, how do you make your colleagues to share their network? Number one, it needs to be a collaborative culture already in place. Your colleagues need to be part of the game. They need to want the company to develop well. And it's easier said than done, because we've seen a lot of examples where actually people working in a company don't really focus on the development on the company. Then we need to put in place an incentive system, which we help your organization doing, but it's an important part of the whole setup. Because at the end of the day, if there is a collaborative culture, that is extremely important. But if there is also an incentive system in place, then the typical what's in it for me question is answered. So by doing this, we get all people involved. By doing this, we also create bridges between otherwise siloed organizations or siloed teams. So it will become a cross-company selling, which is increased. The incentive system is tailor-made for each company. But the logic of it is that we remunerate the connector with somewhere about 50 to 75% of the incentive. And then 50 to 25% of the money are put in baskets for the top lead generators of the month. The logic is that there needs to be some money put on the table for each deal that goes down. In terms of how do we make it, technically syncing the network, each and every one needs to sync their own network. But that is something that takes 1, maximum 2 minutes to do. You decide which are the sources that I want to share. Then you also decide how you want to share. So there you have 3 levels, visible, confidential, or invisible. Each and everybody is in complete control of how they share their connections. Then the salespeople or the recruitment people will go in and decide what are the kind of titles that we are looking for, what are the kind of companies, size, industry, number of employees, and so on that we are focusing on, and then letting the system find the leads. And that is a process which is a continuous, everyday process. Today you might not have the right entry at a company, but tomorrow somebody new in the company or an old colleague will get connected with exactly that person that you are looking for. And then the system will trigger that. If we look at the SME market in Romania, for instance, 482,000 companies, 8,000 are medium size, 430,000 are smaller, and 44,000 are really small. If we focus on those two here, the medium and the micro size, then what we can see is that in total we have 2.5 million employees in these companies and 430,000 CEOs representing the two categories. So if I have a network of 500,000 connections, that is my network that I will see how it fits with the CEO network, but also with the rest of the employees in that. And when I find the right connection, then internally the system automatically sends an email asking for the connectors to introduce me to this president of the company that I'm trying to get in contact with. And as soon as one of the connectors is accepting to introduce me, the whole process starts. And our target is to give your salespeople 10 new leads every Monday morning. 10 new leads exactly with the people that they are trying to reach. And that's pretty much what we do. Thank you very much for your time. My name is Andrei Postaka. You have my contact details here. Give me a call if you believe this can make a change in your organization. Thank you.